My name is Diego, and 5 years ago I left my life behind in the United States for love, only to lose everything. 5 years ago, I migrated to the US, leaving behind my girlfriend Luisa. We loved each other deeply. She didn't want me to leave, but debt, unemployment, and my desire to build a better future left me with no other choice. Life in the US was hard. I worked non-stop and sent Luisa money every single month to cover expenses. At first, she was grateful. Over time, that gratitude faded. Eventually, she barely answered my calls and only messaged me when she needed money. I was lonely, exhausted, and blinded by love. After years of sacrifice and saving several $1,000s, I decided to return home and finally make our future official. I wanted to surprise her. I went straight to her mother's house, where Luisa lived. But instead of excitement, I was met with cold stares. "What are you doing here? Why did you come back?" her mother asked. I was stunned, but I convinced myself it was just shock. Once the tension eased, they let me in, but something felt off. The atmosphere was heavy, like secrets were floating in the air. I told Luisa I came back because I wanted to marry her and start our life together. Her reaction crushed me. She said she had grown used to being alone and wasn't thinking about marriage anymore. Still, she said she would think about it and talk to her mother. A few days later, she gave me her answer. She agreed to marry me, but only if I bought her a house. I had the money, so I agreed. She was suddenly happy again. That's when her mother started crying, saying she couldn't bear to live far from her daughter. She suggested I build the house on her land, right next to hers, so Luisa could stay close. I didn't like the idea. The land wasn't mine. But my future mother-in-law assured me it didn't matter. She said the land was mortgaged, but once it was paid off, she would transfer it into both our names. I trusted her. That same week, I hired an architect. Plans were drawn. Construction began. While the house was being built, Luisa and I got married in a small ceremony, no big celebration, just close friends and family. Her mother monitored every dollar I spent, making sure all my money went into the house. She pushed me to invest more, better materials, luxury finishes. After 8 exhausting months, the house was finished. 2 stories. A terrace. A lookout view. High-end finishes. It was everything I had dreamed of. I planned a celebration to inaugurate our home. That's when everything collapsed. That same day, my mother-in-law pulled me aside with a serious expression. "Diego, we need to talk." She led me to the dining room. Luisa was sitting there, avoiding my eyes. "This isn't working," Luisa said quietly. "I want a divorce." I felt the ground disappear beneath my feet. "What? Why?" "We just built our home," I said, my voice breaking. Her mother sighed dramatically. "My daughter doesn't love you anymore. She got used to life without you. The marriage was about stability. And we've already spoken to a lawyer." "A lawyer?" Luisa admitted they had planned this for months. "You did your part. The house is finished. But this relationship has no future." I looked around at the walls I helped build. The furniture I chose. My life. "So, what happens to the house?" Her mother smiled coldly. "The house is built on my land. Legally, it belongs to me." I couldn't breathe. "You promised to transfer the land to us." I shouted. "We never signed anything," Luisa replied calmly. "Legally, you have no rights. You have until tonight to leave." That night, with a suitcase in my hand and my heart in pieces, I walked out of the house I built with my sweat and dreams. I had nowhere to go. Nothing. Just one painful lesson: never build on land that isn't yours and never give your life to someone who doesn't value you. Update 1. After being thrown out, I spiraled into depression and alcohol. Weeks passed while I wandered aimlessly. One day, an old childhood friend recognized me and took me in. After hearing my story, he helped me find a lawyer. Thanks to saved messages where my mother-in-law promised to transfer the land and receipts for every dollar I invested, we went to court. It was a brutal fight. But the judge ruled in my favor. To avoid fraud charges, Louisa and her mother agreed to transfer the house into my name. Update 2. I later learned what happened to them. Louisa moved in with another man, Gabriel. He abused her emotionally and blamed her for losing the house. Eventually, she was left alone without money or stability. Her mother lost everything. Legal fees ruined her financially. The last time anyone saw her, she was doing small errands for others just to survive. As for me, I kept my house. I recovered my dignity. And although my past still hurts, my future finally belongs to me. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like and subscribe.